Steve, before we get into all this, I try and stay positive. As a White Sox fan, I've tried to just stay positive on a lot of things. Eventually, the straw that breaks the camel's back starts to creep into play here. I feel like I'm reaching that scenario. But at this point in time, I'm embarrassed. I'm beaten down. I have no idea what is up. I have no idea what is down because I'm spinning. And Steve, you can attest to this. Before we hop on these airwaves every night and talk White Sox baseball with everybody, we talk about the game. We talk about it. Our group chat tonight was dead fucking silent after the 6th inning. Dead silent.
As soon as it went down 3-2, it was fait accompli. That's it.
And I hate to be that guy. Like, I honestly hate to be that guy when I'm sitting there talking to fellow White Sox fans, in group chats, on Twitter. I hate to be that guy to feel like, all right, this team, we're down a run. They're not going to come back in. Because I'm a believer in miracles. Like, I'm a believer in baseball. I want, take, for example, the Field of Dreams game. How many times did that thing go up and down? I'm a believer in miracles. Stay till the last fucking out. I was at the game that Tim Anderson hit that bomb against the Detroit Tigers. And it was one of the only games that I've ever left early. And there were kids involved in the situation. And I was like, this is, it's an early season game. It's called whatever. I regret that moment leaving that game because miracles can happen. Miracles can always happen in the game of baseball. You're not out of it until the last out. But when the momentum feels like this team's out of it because they're down a run in the 6th inning of a ball game and people start shutting it off and heading for the fucking exits, you have a problem with your team. That's a big problem. And it's not just a minority of people. These are people that I'm watching and have talked White Sox baseball with Steve on Twitter for years. Getting upset with the product that's supposed to be at the peak of its performance. And yes, there's a more critical eye right now on this White Sox team. And there should be a more critical eye on this White Sox team. And you've got people just tuning out in the 6th inning of May baseball. I will stand up for this team. I will root for this team every day. If they're 10 games out of it, the last game of the season, I'm still going to watch all 9 innings of it because I'm a White Sox baseball fan, and that's just what the fuck I do. But at the end of the day, right now, this is the most frustrated that I have been with White Sox baseball in years.
It's very simple why, Anthony, because again, we were told this was supposed to be the peak. This was supposed to be the golden age. This was supposed to be the best of times.
Okay, so this
was supposed to be what all the bullshit in 2017, 2018, and 2019 was for.
But Steve, let's take, for example, the metaphor that Steve wanted to use. And I've defended Steve Stone on this show plenty of times. It takes 5 years to build a house, Steve, right? Okay, so we've endured as White Sox fan the long building process in this economy. And we get into our house and it's filled with fucking mold. That's how I feel. It's filled with fucking mold. I have no idea how I'm getting that yet.
That's a great metaphor, Anthony, because then that just signifies that your contractors that you had didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Well, what should the contractors have done, Steve? Because that's the only metaphor that I can go with right now. I moved into a house and it's filled with fucking mold. I need an exterminator. I need somebody to come in here and shake shit up. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of things that they were talking about on the postgame show tonight. Like Tony La Russa didn't show up right away to his normal press conference time. Was there a clubhouse meeting tonight? He pointed out the offense, and he's a guy that normally defends his guys. He pointed out the offense needs to figure it out, and we're going to go guy by guy. There are some alarming red flags right now, even for me. And I feel like it's really easy to just sit here and say I can be blowing hot air on here, Steve. I hope you back me up on this. It's really hard to get me this amped up on a post-game show about this White Sox team because I love them. I love the White Sox. It's really hard for me to sit here and say, okay, now when you were telling me 2 weeks ago that there's something off And I was like, nah, just
this hasn't
enjoy
just
the
been
ride.
and Tony, this hasn't just been 2 weeks. This has been it's been almost 2 months now. Going into the last week of spring training, even before Lance Lynn fucked his knee up, I've said in the group chat, and everybody told me I was crazy then, that something felt off with this group.
And see, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, Steve, there's still the time to fix it. And there's still the time to fix it. There's still the time to fix it. I remain optimistic about that tonight as we sit here on, May 18th. I'm pissed. I'm mad. And I can totally tell that there's something off here. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. I'm mad. I'm not even trying to hide it at this fucking point in time. I'm mad. I'm pissed off. Something is not right. We sat here on Sunday and talked about, is it time to fire Frank Menachino? If you're going somewhere right now, Steve, I don't care. Fire somebody. Head's got to roll. You've got to change something up. You have to do something with this team to make people feel accountable for what's going on. And maybe it's lack of accountability. Maybe this clubhouse doesn't have it. I can point to the lack of fun, and it's really sad because people who want to play the stat game are going to eat me up on this one. Where's Billy Hamilton right now? Smiling and laughing in the fucking dugout and riling guys up. Where is your Lance Lynn not being with the team for a significant period of time probably affected some of this. You've got him going on the broadcast last night talking about, how Ethan Katz is only here to help Lucas Giolito be where he needs to be at certain times. Those are jokes. And I'm going to read way too much into it. That to me says they're catering to someone within the organization. And I'll call that out right now. It feels like they're catering to certain individuals. That builds resentment, and that can cause issues. I know it firsthand. I've seen it happen in organizations before. There's weird things going on. I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm pissed off.